When he takes a break after this interview, I'm not having.
This is the last one.
Everything okay?
Everything's great. So I haven't seen the movie. The studio gave me some questions to ask you for the generic interview so that if they need to redistribute this is what we're going to do. So I'm not allowed to talk during your answers.
You saw the highlight of the movie?
I haven't seen anything, unfortunately.
You're
I'm very upset, but I want to see this.
You're going to love it. Surprise.
All right, Amanda, whenever you're ready.
Sure. Is the door shut?
I'm checking. Great. Ready to go.
Great. Could you summarize the story of the film, and does it cover a particular period in your life?
Oh, yes. First of all, it's a pleasure to me to be here to talk about my life. Now, this film was important to me because, as you mentioned, was the beginning of my life. Because a lot of film, documentary, who I did with the big stars was from the Pelé, Pelé player, Pelé champion, Pelé, the big score, but the Pelé, the begin, Pelé children, Pelé, this we're gonna show now.
Could you talk us through how this project came to be and what it was, how you first approached the idea?
No, I accepted the idea because, as I mentioned, I did all my life. I did a lot of documentary. I did a lot of filming with the big names. I am not an actor. I am a soccer player, but I have opportunity to work with Sylvester Stallone. I have opportunity to work with Michael Caine, Max von Sydow. I have a director like John Huston. Because I did a lot of film and documentary, but all those work was about the Pelé player, the Pelé champion. Now this gonna show the beginning of my life. Now gonna show when I used to clean boats, to clean soccer from the friend of my father when I was young. That I like the history to give an example for the youngest, for the new generation.
Beautiful. What made this project different from the others, and inevitably the number of requests to tell the story of your life?
No, the difference I mentioned here more or less, of course. The big difference was all the project, all the film, all the documentary who I did was the Pelé stars, the Pelé champion, the Pelé the big man, the Pelé the master scorer. But the people they don't know exactly where Pelé starts, from where Pelé came, and that's I love the history. I got emotion to talk about the film because now the people gonna know to get there what Pelé, where Pelé have to do when he starts. Talk about my father who was a soccer player who has a problem. My family. That was the reason why I say, I think after those 50 years, in the sport and to show to the people my life, I think this is the moment the people don't know. The people know where I come. This was not only dream stay there. No, they should know the beginning. I love the history because of that.
How involved were you in the development of the
Very horrible news coming in
the
this
choices
moment
of
in time.
actors,
A man, a sporting icon who
No,
never liked his nickname Pele, that was given during his youthful years, has died. Very, very horrible news coming in. This is a man who actually had been a little bit suffering with health-related illness in the recent past, and In this exact moment in time, the news coming in is that he has actually passed away. Sad news really coming in. Suddenly, most commentators regard him, by the way, as the finest exponent of the beautiful game. Pele's skill and the electrifying speed ideally were coupled with deadly accuracy in front of the goal. A national hero in his native Brazil, he became a global sporting icon, and off the field, he has always campaigned tirelessly to improve conditions of the most deprived people in the society. He has always advocated for changes during the times when so many people were suffering, and in Brazil he is, by the way, regarded as one of those people who has never tirelessly got actually a man who never got tired of talking about the very horrible conditions which many people in Brazil and South American continent have always been going through. Edson Arantes Don Nascimento Pele, a man who was born in October 1940 in Tyrese, Corcaos, a city in the southeastern Brazil. His birth certificate states he was born on 21st October, but of course Pele has always insisted that it was really incorrect. In Brazil, we are not so fussy about accuracy. That's what he said in one of the interviews in the past, talking about his birth date. He was named after the inventor Thomas Alva Edison because, according to Pele, electricity arrived at his home just before he did. Later, his parents dropped the I from his name, and this is a man who grew up in relative poverty in the city of Bauru and contributed to the family income by getting part-time jobs in local cafes. Like he has said, in his early years, when his father got injured, when his father got a very nasty injury and he could not play, he decided to go into looking for a job, and he got a job of actually cleaning the shoes of those prominent footballers during at that time. His father taught him to play football, but the family could not afford a ball, so the younger Pele often kicked and rolled up socks around the street. Simply Pele, it was at the school that was actually when he was that he was first dubbed Pele by his friends. Like I told you early on, although he never actually liked any of that terminology Pele, the name grew on him, and later on he started to like it, and that's when even the whole world, when he became popular with football, regarded him called him using his nickname Pele. He never much liked the nickname, like I've told you, feeling that it sounded too much like baby talk in Portuguese. He began playing for a number of local amateur teams when he was just in his early years, and this is a man whom very many people regard as one of the greatest footballers of all time, which you can commonly term as a god. Indoor football just started to become popular in the area, and the young Pele relished the change of the playing surface. In one of his interviews, he said, "I took it into like a fish to water, and it's a lot quicker than football on grass. You have to think really quick." He has been suffering with health-related illness, like I told you early on, and today he has been declared that he has passed away. We send our deepest condolences to the family, friends, and everyone who was close to him, plus also sending our deepest condolences to the footballing community. Rest in power, the king of football, Pele.